I wanted to ask you, when you moved here, your life really came alive and you started writing. I was with you when you were 88 years old writing your first book. You've actually written one in Chinese. Tell me about your autobiography. Is it in English? Is it in Chinese? And is it flowing for you, or how is that going?
Well, my second book I published last year in Chinese. All my children cannot read it, so I had to write my present book in English. The English is this divided in three parts. First part is my life, my history. Second part is I wrote in journal about my imagination or my experience. Third part in Chinese. That's my present. I work on my book.
So is that third part in Chinese a summation of your whole life, but written in Chinese?
Yes, that's also. But most of Chinese part I have published in Chinese newspaper. So I want to make a few collection on my book, the third part of it.
And how is it that you write it in Chinese? I saw a piece of equipment. Here's your computer, which you learned at 88. And then you have a piece of equipment that translates the Chinese?
You see, I has always liked writing, my hobby, either writing or play bridge. That's main part of my hobby. For Chinese, I always write in handwriting until my cousin taught me how to use computer. So with computer, I know I can publish my book. But the computer, I had trade in with my hand because every word I write here is shown on the screen. But then the book published last year, okay, because I learned Chinese computer.
And is your Chinese computer hooked up to your regular computer?
I had the English computer my son bought me, and then I had a Chinese computer. But the English one is easier to write on.
So when your Chinese computer sits here, you can actually type in, print out, and then it's in Chinese script.
That's right. That's all right.
Very interesting. And what is your favorite thing about living in Laguna Woods?
Well, I moved in Laguna Woods in 2003. Unfortunately, in 2005, my husband had a swimming accident in Club 1. So after that, I say to myself, after Sydney helped me to publish a book about my life, after that I say, that is a stage. After that is my own life. So after that, I try to develop. I have many friends in Laguna Woods Village, and then life getting better and better because Laguna was so safe and with so many good neighbors. I made so many friends. So I'm happier.
And I know Helen likes to learn. She started driving well into her 80s. She got a driver's license because her husband didn't feel that she should be driving. And when she didn't have him any longer, she developed a whole life.
Well, talking about driving, my husband always criticized me when I drive. So I never drive when I move in Laguna Woods Village.
Oh. Did you tell me he would follow you?
Yeah, he never think I can drive. He always feel I'm no good in driving. So when I got my driver license, I drove to the office. I was so free, so happy. And I did not realize he followed me until I got to the office. I was so silly because when he drove me, he always parked outside the office. I also drove outside the office. Then I realized, no, where to park my car. So I turned back, drove to the parking lot. When I got out the car, he was next to me. He said, do you think you always had a driver like that? But then later on, she followed me at least 2, 3 times. I pretend to know nothing, but later on, she know I can drive by my own.
She's still learning. 92 years old, and she told me this is the best time of her life.
Yes, I'm very happy because I can develop what I like, what I want to do, and I have so many good friends. Before that, I had no friend of my own. My husband is a civil engineer. His friend either engineer or lawyer. I just tag along. They talk only either engineer or lawyer. Now I have my own life. I have my own friend. My neighbor so nice. I live in Nukunau village for 10 years. Life getting better and better for me.
And one more thing, the grandchildren. Helen told me when she was 87 years old that there's one thing in her life that she is missing, and that was a grandchild. At 87, she got her first grandchild.
No, I had my first grandchild.
Oh, that's right.
That was by my first marriage.
Oh, that's right.
I was young. I went to work after graduating from high school, and I met my first husband. He is a pilot from Jiangxi Government Air Force. I got married at the age of 26. 2 years later, he had an airplane accident. I became a widow at the age 28 with a son who not even can walk. But then that was the time American dropped an atomic bomb in Hiroshima. Second World War ended, and Japanese surrendered. That I make a best decision of my life. I returned back to college to study.
And you had a grandchild.
I had a grandchild. Now is 35
That's right.
years old. He is now working, doing animation things. And then, unfortunately, at the age 31, he had a heart attack. The work was so pushing.
Yeah, it's stressful.
So my daughter-in-law took 1 year to take care of him. He's now completely recovered.
I'm sorry, Helen. I forgot about the 31-year-old, and he's doing well, and that's good. So you had 31 years between your grandchildren.
Now my son from my second marriage, he never had a girlfriend before. He studied medicine. When he got married at age 49, second year he had a son. And then another 2 years he has another son. So that also inspired me, want to live longer. I want to see my baby's grandson grow up. That helped me because I try careful to improve my health. So nowadays, I'm very happy to say I have no illness, no operation, no pain or aches, and then enjoy to see my 2 little grandsons.
There's something to be said for Tai Chi. I've seen her do it
I
myself.
think Tai Chi helped me a lot. When I came to Nukunau village, that was Nisha World at that time. I attend Tai Chi class. Tai Chi helped me a lot because help you to balance your body and help you to know you see, walking also help. It help you to stand straight, and it help you for many things like circulation, balancing. I benefit a lot by learning Tai Chi.
When I visit Helen, she hops on the sofa and sits on her legs. She pulls them up under her. And I always think Tai Chi must really help with flexibility.
Oh, yes.
But again, I want to say thank you. I want to mention one of your sons has a laboratory. He's a doctor, a professor, and he is working on DNA cells.
No, that's my younger son.
Your younger son. And in the DNA cell, we have crystals.
Yeah.
And he is separating the crystals.
Yeah.
And from what I read is there's only this many people studying crystal in the cells of our DNA. And eventually they'll be able to help control the diseases that are
You
taking
see,
us.
my 3 sons, my 2 sons and my daughter-in-law, they each one had a laboratory of their own to pursue their dream. My youngest son, he benefited a lot when he came to America as a teenage boy. When he graduated from high school, he got Westinghouse, came in number 4, whole nation. That was good. And then when he graduated from college in Cornell, he got a Marshall Scholarship. I think you all know
Marshall
about Marshall Scholarship. And then he met a American professor who was asked to go to Switzerland to open a lab for Swiss government. He took my son to Switzerland to work. And then my son learned about these crystal things.
Specialized.
Now he is specialized in crystallized things, and also he was doing DNA even long time, nobody doing that. So they pursue their dream in their lab.
And he went to Cambridge.
Oh yeah, he got Marshall Scholarship, he went to Cambridge, he got PhD from Cambridge.
So that's our Helen Tan. It goes on and on. I never tire of her talking about early China or her sons that are finding a cure for cancer. So again, Helen, it was a pleasure to hear your story.
Thank you,
Maybe we could do more stories
Thank you,
at a
Sydney.
different time.
I'm glad to talk to you.
So nice to know you.